An investigator claims to have proof of the British Bigfoot. Lee Brickley found tracks and claw marks after a decade searching for the ape-like beast. The 33-year-old says the print was a terrifying 41 centimeters from toe to heel, nearly twice the size of a man's size 8. Lee knows people will think he is mad, but he hopes to prove them wrong. He said, "When I show them the pictures they're amazed. There have been sightings of a Yeti-like creature around Cannock Chase in Staffordshire dating back to the 1800s. Lee has heard of 12 in the past 2 years and has even camped in the woods in a bid to spot the creature that's known in the US as Sasquatch." He said, "Loads of people now message me regularly asking for updates. I got an anonymous email from a man saying he had been flying a remote control plane over Gentleshore Common at Cannock Chase who said he'd seen something unusual. With his description of the location, I went out there straight away, and found the footprint. I was astounded. I'd never seen a footprint that large in my life, and it was clearly not made using a mold or cast. That is probably the moment I realized the Cannock Chase Bigfoot was more than just a myth." A month later, Lee found the claw marks on a tree near a mutilated deer. He said, "It looked as though something had bitten and then ripped out its throat before eating from the torso. You see a lot of dead deer on Cannock Chase, often they've been hit by cars, but it was unusual to see one in that condition." Lee claims he caught a glimpse of Bigfoot once while researching for his book. He said, "I can't say for sure what it was, as it was around 7 p.m. and getting dark and the figure was covered in shadow. It definitely moved more like an animal than a man, and it was easily 7 feet tall. I tried to run after it, but it was too quick and disappeared into a dense section of trees." Lee has been fascinated with Bigfoot ever since he was a child. He said, "I remember watching Bigfoot documentaries with my dad when I was young. All the famous sightings were in America, so when I was a bit older I started researching any UK sightings I could find. I just kept going from there and here I am." Lee has published multiple books on supernatural occurrences in Cannock Chase, including his most recent book on Bigfoot. Lee said, "There have actually been many sightings since as far back as the 1800s of man-monkey-type creatures in Staffordshire. Reports of these sightings seem to have drastically increased in number and frequency since the beginning of 2019. I think people like to keep an open mind about these things, especially after they have read the reports and seen the evidence for themselves."